Hey everyone, so we got the good Jetta back. Had a couple things done to it. I'll go over the service bill in a sec. Just a quick update, we've had the car for 7 years. It's got 65,000 miles on it. One of the things that was wrong with it was the DSG's mechatronics unit controller was leaking transmission fluid. And that is a 7-year, 70,000 mile California emissions thing that's covered under warranty, so that was covered under warranty, which means we also got a free DSG service out of it, which is like a $500 service. So now the DSG is good for another 40,000 miles, so that was kind of cool. Had the carbon cleaning done because there was some fault on the intake manifold sensor that needed to be replaced. So the sensor was replaced. It's got a new intake manifold on it. That's another extended warranty Volkswagen part. So that was replaced. Normally the carbon cleaning, being a direct injection, there's like no carbon buildup on the valves and stuff. Normally that's a 6-hour job, but 4 hours of that labor for the intake manifold was covered. And since so much of the engine was already ripped apart, they just did the carbon cleaning, so it was only like a couple $100 for that. So we got a good deal for that because there was a decent amount of carbon buildup on cylinders 2 and 3. You include a synthetic oil change, which was about $91. The total bill was only $371 to have all that done, so kind of made out pretty good on that. The power door lock here is broken. That's a $450 job that we decided to skip because it's a bit pricey. Other than that, we love the Jetta still. It's been great. I'm leaving my S3 out to get kind of snowed and rained on because it's really filthy right now. But just a quick look at the bill here. So, let's see. During the multi-point vehicle inspection, found that the transmission was leaking fluid. Fluid was leaking out of the DSG mechatronics connector. The connector is part of the mechatronics unit. So they removed the front transmission pan, the boost pipe, and the lower radiator hose. They removed and replaced the mechatronics unit, and replaced it. Reassembled the transmission and replaced the DSG filter and O-ring. They drained the fluid and filled the transmission with, of course, new DSG fluid. Performed basic settings of the mechatronics unit. Dual clutch counter test drive. Checked for further leaks. None detected. No charge, no charge, no charge. That was all covered under California emissions. So all that was done for no charge. That was pretty awesome. And then moving over here. The check engine, there is one error on this thing. It says the check engine light was on, or customer states check engine light was on. Here it is. But the CEL was never actually on. It just was throwing codes, and they were looking at the power door lock thing to see if it was throwing codes, and that's how they noticed it. Because they were pulling codes for the power door lock, and they noticed that this was throwing codes, but the CEL was never actually on. But anywho, so they performed guided fault finding. I don't know what that really means. But anyway, they retrieved fault code P2015 for the intake manifold runner control sensor. They replaced the intake manifold under the extended coverage for this part. They resealed all 4 injectors and put an additive in the fuel tank per the intake manifold replacement bulletin 24-15-06. They erased the fault. Concerns good. All set there. And here's the carbon cleaning, which since they had all this all torn apart, we just did the carbon cleaning at the same time. There's, I guess, a kit for it that's $75, and the rest of it was about 2 hours worth of labor. Typically, a carbon cleaning on these types of engines is a 6-hour job, so 4 hours of the labor for this was covered under this repair, which was no charge. That's why we did it at the same time. Got a loaner car, which was that 2017 Jetta I have a couple videos on. So all in all, in and out, $371. So not too bad considering the normal DSG service was like $500 last time at 40,000 miles. So now, since we got this done for free, we don't have to have that done for until about 105,000 miles. So all in all, good deal there. Good thing we brought it in when we did, especially because the transmission thing was only covered for another 5,000 miles. So kind of lucked out there. Other than that, that's just your quick Jetta update on where it was and what's happened to it. Really, the power door lock on this side is the only thing that's broken, but like I said, that's a $450 job. Kind of pricey. So we decided to skip that. We're really glad to have this Jetta back. For anybody who's wondering, no, you can't tell the difference when you're driving the car that the carbon cleaning has been done. I'm sure you probably could if you performance tested it, but just normal driving, I couldn't really tell the difference. Same thing with the DSG service, it still kind of feels the same. But like I said, if you performance tested the car, maybe the carbon cleaning would shave a 1/10 or 2 off the 0 to 60 time, but Normal driving, passing people on the interstate. Didn't feel much different to me. Quick note on the S3, nothing to report there. Everything's still fine. No issues with that car. It's got 23,000 miles on it, I think. So yeah, that's the latest in Eric land. And thanks to everyone for watching. I guess that's about it. I guess we can start the car up. No harm in that, I guess. As you can see, that's just the tire pressure monitor because these aftermarket winter tires don't have tire pressure sensors in them. Parking brake, my seatbelt's not on, and that's just put your foot in the brake to change out of gear. So that's all that is. So no warning lights there. 65,000 miles. And take a quick peek under the hood. Why not? Ooh, that's dirty. Yeah, this is all the new stuff here, so you, Mr. Wolfsburg Edition, are good to go. Oh, another funny note, I think I sold a Volkswagen All-Track while I was there. It doesn't sound very funny, but there's some lady who looks like she knew nothing about cars, was sniffing around them, and then noticed that I was checking them out too. She started asking me about them. So I was telling her how great they are. My boss just bought one because she ditched her TDI Sport Wagon, and this lady had a TDI Sport Wagon. So we got to chit-chatting for a while. And yeah, I think I sold an All-Track. So you're welcome, Shearer Volkswagen. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for sticking around with me as always, and more fun Volkswagen Audi things to come in the future from me.